Welcome back to season two of the Courtside podcast, everybody. I'm your host, Keenan Lee. In this week's episode, we recap all the primetime games from the last full week of the NBA 2024-25 regular season. We're also going to be doing my annual confidence meter for every single team, playoff slash play-in team in a best of seven series. We're also going to be doing my play-in picks, as well as our last ever courtside hierarchy rankings for the 2024-25 NBA season. Before we get started, make sure you hit the subscribe button, turn that post notification bell, like this video, and comment down below what you agree with and what you disagree with. Without further ado, let's get into the video. All right, so a couple of announcements I have to make before I start today's video is number one, all right, this week's going to be a crazy week in terms of recording days. As you can see here, I'm recording here on a Sunday at 5 o'clock right now. That's the first thing. The second thing is I'm going to be dropping episode 27 on Friday night. The reason why I'm doing that is because that is the end of the playing games, and the next day is game one of the playoffs, if you know what I'm saying. Episode 28 is going to be dropped either, I'm going to probably upload it on Monday, hopefully. We'll see what happens because Sunday is Easter, and as a Christian, it's kind of complicated, you know. And then episode 29 will be dropped next Monday, I believe, 2 Mondays from now, just because I'm going to be out of town for the weekend. So that's why it's kind of crazy. If you're wondering where my off-season grades and my way too early predictions for the NFL, those might be dropped either this week or next week. I haven't decided when I'm going to do that because, like I said, it's a busy week for me, so I have to get ready for that. But anyway, enough about me yapping. Let's get into our first primetime game of the week, and that is the Kings and the Pistons. And honestly, I was kind of pissed off by this. I'm not gonna lie. Um, Looking at the box score of this game right here, because this game was somewhat close, but in the end, the Kings won. Domas Sabonis had 19 points. DeMar DeRozan had 37 points. Zach LaVine had 43 points. And their bench was led by Jonas Valanciunas with 10 points. As for the Pistons, Asar Thompson had 15 points. Tim Hardaway Jr. had 19 points. Cade Cunningham had 35 points. And their bench was led by Malik Beasley with 14 points. Next game up, we got the next game. We got the Celtics and the Knicks. And honestly, this game, considering that every single time I recap a Celtics Knicks game, it's always a blowout. The fact that this game was close made it very entertaining. Anyway, peeking at the box score of this game right here, you can see that the Celtics, like, this was a dominant game from the Celtics. I mean, Jason Tatum, 32 points. Kristaps Porzingis, 34 points. Drew Holiday had 16 points. Derek White had 14 points. Jaylen Brown had 6 points, which is kind of understandable because if you don't know, Jaylen's kind of banged up right now. And their bench was led by Peyton Pritchard with 8 points. As for the Knicks, I mean, what can you say? Mikal Bridges had 14 points. OG Anunoby had 13 points. Karl-Anthony Towns had 34 points. He was the only player in the Knicks that had a positive plus minus. Jalen Brunson had 27 points, and Josh Hart had 10 points, and their bench was led by Cam Payne with 10 points. I'm not ready for this one. Next game up, we had the Knicks, the Suns, and the Warriors game four. This game was not fun. I'll tell you that much. This game was not fun. All right. Especially if you look at the box of this game right here. But anyway, peeking at the box score of this travesty, Jimmy Butler had 10 points. Steph had 25. Brandon Pozinski had 22. And their bench, Jonathan Kuminga had 10 points. Kevin Knox had 10 points. Trace Jackson Davis had 13 points. Pat Spencer had 10 points. As for the Suns, I mean, Devin Booker had 21 points. Bradley Beal at 7. Ryan Dunn at 12. And Grayson Allen at 12 points. Yeah, you can see why this was pathetic. Next game up, we got America's game of the week, folks. This truly was America's game of the week right here. If you didn't think that, you're a hater. We got the Lakers and the Mavericks. Luka's first game against the Mavericks in Dallas. Let me tell you this, I'm not gonna lie. I was watching a little bit of this game. I kind of choked up a bit. I kind of choked up a bit. But anyway, peeking at the box score of this game felt kind of close a little bit, but again, the better team won. And as Stacey King, the Bulls color commentator, always said, big time players make big time plays. Luka Doncic, 45 points. LeBron James, Bron had 27. Rui had 15 points. Austin Reeves struggled. He had 11 points. And their bench was meh. Jordan Finney-Smith was the leading scorer. As for the Mavericks, AD had 13. PJ Washington had 14 points. Najee Marshall had 23 points. And their bench was led by Max Christie with 11 and Daniel Gafford with 10 points. Next game up, we got the Nuggets and the Kings. The first game post Mike Malone era. And honestly, I was surprised on how the Nuggets won this game. Like, not saying the Nuggets are a bad team, folks. I'm just saying, like, when you get a coach fired, especially like a team like the Nuggets who won the title not that very long ago, it could take an emotional toll on. But anyway, peeking at the box score of this game, because this game was kind of neck and neck if you want to look at it from this perspective. But anyway, peeking at the box score of this game right here, the Nuggets, Christian Brown had 25 points, Jalen Pickett had 18 points, Nikola Jokic had 20 points, Michael Porter Jr. had 21 points, Aaron Gordon had 21 points, and their bench was non-existent in this game. As for the Kings, Trey Lyles had 17 points, Domantas Sabonis had 13 points, DeMar DeRozan had 22 points, Zach LaVine had 27 points, Keon Ellis had 20 points, and their bench was led by Doug McDermott with 9 points. Next game up, we got the Cavs and the Pacers, and I'm not going to lie, this game was actually really fun to watch, especially towards the end, because this second round series kind of changed my mind a little bit. But anyway, peeking at this game right here, because anytime it's a division rivalry, it's always fun. As you can see here, the Pacers won this game. DeAndre Hunter had 23 points. Ty Jerome had 24 points. Sam Merrill had 15 points. Isaac Okoro had 13 points. And Craig Porter Jr. had 16 points. As for the Pacers, Tyrese Halliburton, 26 points. Aaron Nesmith, 22 points. Miles Turner, 13 points. Pascal Siakam had 10 points. But it was mainly the Pacers bench. I mean, Bennett Mathurin had 13 points. Jarvis Walker had 15 points. And Obi Toppin had 10 points. Next game up, we got the Timberwolves and the Grizzlies. And honestly, for the most part, this game was actually kind of competitive. But if you looked at the box score of this game, like this game was like an absolute bloodbath to the finish. But anyway, peeking at the box score of this game right here, Julius Randle had 31 points, Jaden McDaniels had 10 points, Rudy Gobert had 13 points, Anthony Edwards had 44 points, and their bench was led by Naz Reid with 14 points and Nickeil Alexander-Walker with 10 points. As for the Grizzlies, Jaren Jackson Jr., 23 points. John Morant, 36 points. Desmond Bane, 28 points. And their bench was led by Scottie Pippen Jr. with 16 points. Next game up is the Cavs and the Knicks. And honestly, This game showed me why the Knicks, why people in the media are saying the Knicks are pretenders. And if you want to look why, take a look at the box score of this game right here. But anyway, peeking at the box score of this game right here between the Cavs and the Knicks. I swear, like I checked the score of this game right here. This game was all Knicks. But somehow Cavs came back, you know. Anyway, peeking at the box score of this game right here, as you can see, Evan Mobley had 16 points, Jared Allen had 11, Darius Garland had 26 points, Max Strus had 19 points, and Isaac Okoro had 15 points, and Craig Porter Jr. had 11. For the Knicks, Jalen Brunson, 27 points, Mikal Bridges, 17 points, OG Anunoby had 15 points. And their bench was led by Landry Shamet with 15 points and Deuce McBride. I always get those mixed up with 12 points. Next game up, we got the Lakers and the Rockets. And honest to God, this game shows why the Lakers are a good team. All right. I'm not saying they're a title contender, unlike some people that I watch every day, you know. But anyway, where's that game? I have to. Is it not on here? Oh, it was down here. I didn't see it. My bad, folks. But anyway, peeking at the box score of this game right here between the Lakers and the Rockets, uh, Cam Whitmore had 34 points and shot the ball really well. Reed Shepherd played well. He had 14 points. Nate Williams had 12 points. Aaron Holiday had 11 points, and that's pretty much it. As for the Lakers, Rui had 16. LeBron had 14 points. Luka had 39 points. Austin Reeves had 23 points, and Dorian Finney-Smith had 18 points. Next game up, we got the Mavs, the Knicks, not the Knicks, the Pistons, and the Bucks. And honestly, props to Pat Connaughton. If you guys know, I'm a huge Pat Connaughton kind of guy. I love Pat Connaughton. I've been watching this dude since he was a rookie. He's been one of my favorite role players in this league. All right, just the way he plays, he has that toughness in him. Or as that saying is, they got that dog in it. But anyway, peeking at the box score of this game right here, because this game, yeah, it was a good game, but like it was so close, man. It was a great end of the regular season game. As you can see by the Pistons, Marcus Sasser had 18 points. Malik Beasley had 23 points. Bobby Kintman had 15 points. Turu Smith had 14 points. Lindy Waters the third had 18 points. Simone Fociano is how you say name. He had 15 points, and that's pretty much it for the Pistons. As for the Bucks, Pete Nance had 19 points. Kyle Kuzma had 22 points. Pat Connaughton, my boy, had 43 points. Jamari Bouye had 15 points, and Tyler Smith had 20 points. Next game up, we got the Warriors and the Clippers. And I'm not going to lie, I watched the ending of this game and probably the entire overtime game. This game was so sad to watch, especially considering that Golden State had it in its midst, man, but it wasn't enough. Where's that game? You can see here, this game was actually, believe it or not, this game was actually really competitive. Like as Bob Myers said on the call today, if you missed it, he said this is like a game 7 atmosphere. Like nobody wants to be in the play-in and nobody wants to be in the playoffs. But anyway, Kawhi Leonard had 33 points. Avita Zubats is a dog. He had 22 points. James Harden at 39. Norman Powell with 11. Chris Dunn with 11. And their bench was led by Bogdan Bogdanovic with 5 points. As for the Warriors, Steph had 36. Jimmy Butler had 30. Draymond Green had 14 points on 4 of 6 from three, which is bananas. Brian Pozenski had 19 points, and their bench was led by Buddy Hield with points. And that is to wrap up the 2024-25 NBA season. What are your thoughts? Let me know in the comment section below. So now we're going to move on to our next segment, which is we're going to do our confidence meter for every single NBA playoffs/play-in team in a best-of-7 series. Now, the way this works here is we have a tier list. And the way this tier list is operated is I give my confidence rating on how much faith I have in each playoff/play-in team in a best-of-7 series. Now, I know there's some matchups that have already been like selected as of right now, but you know, it is what it is. So anyway, here is the tier list. We have the top tier, which is I think they can win the whole thing. Below that, we have they can win all 3 series but fall short. Like they can make a finals appearance, but they can fall short. Below that, we have they can win a series or two, meaning they can win 2 series. It depends on the matchup. Basically, what this tier is basically there's some matchups that a lot of teams are favored by or like not favored in terms of personnel. Then we have they can win a game or two in a series, you know. And then below that, which is basically like they're not going to win the series, but I could see them stealing a game or two. And then below that, we have they're cooked. And then this is basically every team that's eliminated from everything. Make sense? All right. Let's start with the Bucks. I think they could win a game or two. All right. Obviously, they're playing Indiana in the first round, which is interesting. But I won't be surprised at all if they make it tough for Indiana. Next up, we got the Bulls. They're cooked. I'm sorry for saying that. I really like this Bulls team, especially with the way Maz Buzelis has been playing. They have some young players on their team, but I don't know if they're ready for the playoffs just yet. The Cavs. They can win all 3 series, but I think they could fall short. Like this team is really good, but the problem is they're still very young, if you want to say that. Next up, we got the Boston Celtics. I think they can win the whole thing. They're obviously the defending champs. They know how to do it. They're built for this. They have the personnel, like they have everything you want. Next up, we got the Clippers. If they're healthy, I think they can win a series or two, but they have to be healthy. Like, if you want to talk about if healthy, this is the team that needs to be healthy because of one bad injury and they're screwed. Next up, we got the Warriors. I'm not going to bullshit you guys. I think it depends on who they play. I think if they match up with like a Houston or maybe Houston, I think they could win that series. I also think they could beat OKC, which is kind of nuts, but it depends on the matchup. Grizzlies, it depends on who they play. I think if they play the Rockets, I think they could hang around with the Rockets just because one, they're a division rival with the Rockets, and two, they know how to win in the playoffs. Next up, we got the Hawks. They're cooked. I want to say they can win a game or two, but I just don't trust their team right now. I know Zachary Ricochet has been balling out this past month, but like I don't think they're ready for the playoffs yet. The Miami Heat, they can win a game or two. The Miami Heat are a very feisty team to play against in a best-of-7 series. I've always said that this team is the most feistiest team in any playoffs. The Kings, they're cooked. I don't believe in the Kings at all. I just think right now this team is good, but I don't know if defensively they don't have the right matchup per se. But yeah, the Knicks, they can win a series. I truly think they can win a series, you know, but yeah, they can win a series, you know. Lakers. My Uncle Tony's gonna hate me for this, but I don't care. They could win a series. I don't believe in this team. I don't know why people are suddenly saying, "Oh, the Lakers could win the title." I don't think they can. Yes, they have the talent to do it with Luka, LeBron, and Austin Reeves. But the problem with the Lakers is, and I'm going to say it again and again, they don't have a big on their team. If they go up against Jokic in a best of seven series, or Chet, or Jaren Jackson Jr., yes, LeBron and Luka are going to go crazy, but their defense is going to get exposed. The Magic, they can win a game or two. All right, this team, if they were healthy, I would have said they can. It depends on the matchup, but they were so banged up. And yes, they played really well when they got healthy, but they can win a game. The Mavericks, it depends on who they play. If they play the Rockets, play the play the Thunder, I think they could win that series. The problem with the Mavericks is they don't have a number one scorer on their team. Nuggets, they can win the whole thing. I know that sounds kind of ludicrous, but they have the best player in the world. I think their depth is going to be interesting, but if Jamal Murray can stay healthy, I think this team can make do some damage. The Thunder, God damn it, I don't want to do this. They can win all three series but fall short. I don't believe in this team. All right. I know that sounds like crazy because they've been playing like the best. They've been the best team all season long. But guess what? Just because they are a good regular season team doesn't mean they could translate in the playoffs. Pacers. They could win a series or two. I really think they could win a playoff series or two. All right. But the one thing, and I said this with the Knicks, is can their defense step up in the right time? Pistons, they could win a game or two in this series. I truly believe that. This team is very feisty, but at the same time, you look at this team, they're still young. All right. Do I think they could upset the Knicks? Maybe, but I don't know. Rockets, it depends on the matchup. All right. It depends on who they play in the first round. Because obviously, if they draw the Warriors, they're screwed. If they draw the Timberwolves, I think they could hang around with the Timberwolves. I think they could match well with the Timberwolves, but yeah. And finally, we got the Timberwolves. They can win a series or two. I really do believe that. Like this Lakers Timberwolves series is going to be very interesting. But yeah. So those are my confidence meter for every single team. Let me know in the comments section below. All right, we're gonna move on to our next segment, which is we're gonna be doing we're gonna briefly talk about Mike Malone getting fired because obviously it's been a recurring topic across the league right now. And look, I'm gonna keep it straightforward. I don't believe he should have been fired. All right, he's a great head coach. All right, I mainly think it should have been the GM because the GM didn't do anything. You know, he re-signed a bunch of guys that are not worth the money, like re-signed Jamal Murray, re drafting certain players, And then I heard that there was beef between him and like Mike Malone, and I don't know, it just doesn't sit right with me because I think Mike Malone's a great head coach. But yeah, let me know in the comment section below what you believe. Do you believe Mike Malone should have been fired? Let me know in the comment section below. All right, next segment, we are going to be doing our final courtside hierarchy rankings for the 2024-25 season. I know it's crazy. But anyway, here we go. Here's my top 10 teams heading into this week. Last week. At number 10, I got the Warriors at number 10. I just think the Warriors right now, they're coming for blood. I truly think this team is coming for blood. They're dangerous. They have players that can go off, and they have playoff Jimmy Butler. 9, I'm gonna go the Lakers. I know they've been playing really well as of late, but like, yeah. Oh yeah, there we go. Lakers are number 9. Number 8, I'm gonna go. Who should I put at number 8? Number 8, I got the Bucks. Giannis has been an absolute machine this year. He's been a meta-human this year. I hope Dame comes back and see how he looks. But right now, I have them at number 8. At number 7, I'll go Nuggets 7. They've been playing really well as of late. Jokic has been balling out this year. He's been pulling on a clinic. I think they're number 7. Number 6, I'm gonna go Pacers at 6. I think for one, this team is more fresher, more driven. They have offensive firepower here and there. I think they are number 6 on this list. Number 5, I gotta go with the Knicks, I guess. With the Pelicans. God, why is it number 5? I got the Knicks. All right. Number 4. Number 4, I got the Rockets at number 4. Where's the Rockets? Rockets is number 4. And then number 3 is Celtics, Cavs, Thunder. Where's the Cavs? But yeah, that is my final courtside hierarchy ranking for this week. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comment section below. I hope you guys enjoyed this video because I enjoyed making it. If you did, please get a like, subscribe, turn on the post notification bell. Stay tuned for Friday's episode. All right, I'm going to be dropping that. And then stay tuned for episode 28, either on Easter Sunday or some other time. But with that being said, I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day. Stay safe, stay warm, enjoy the weather if you're like me, enjoying the nice, hot weather. And until next time, I'm out. Peace. Actually, wait, I forgot to mention, I literally forgot to do this. We're going to do our courtside, we're going to do our play-in picks. I literally forgot to do that. Hawks Magic, I will take the Hawks in this one. I just think the Hawks are a much better team in a way. Grizzlies Warriors, I'm taking the Warriors, man. They're pissed. Heat Bulls, I will take the Heat. And then Mavs Kings, I will take the Mavericks. That is it, everybody. I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day. I know I just said that, but have a fantastic rest of your day. Enjoy the weather, like me, if you're dealing with the nice weather. And I'll see you guys next time. I'm out.